What's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Just air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing with all the water?
He's probably just standing there like this, just splashing it everywhere. He had.
Just air dried like a dog. Anyways, so what's he doing?
And we're here and we're unmuted.
Hello, I was gonna retweet this thing real quick, and I thought I had quicker thumbs, and I don't. But hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Chelly.
Hi, Gleese. long time no see.
We've been talking for about a few minutes prior, but hi, hello. I know it's been a couple months, man. Damn,
it's been
fuck.
You know what? It's been okay because this girly here caught up on all the podcast episodes. It only took around 2 months, but I did it.
Sorry, I'm gonna say something really morbid because that's who I am. I'm not gonna do it, but yeah. So I'm just gonna go through a brief roll through. Basically, the reason we had a huge hiatus suddenly is my damn mom died.
Your
what
damn
the fuck?
mom! What the fuck?
The fuck, mom? So I'm honoring her on my water cup.
Beautiful. Wonderful.
She had to go die on me, and she left me
How dare she?
She left me a business. Her 2 freaking Rottweilers. I mean, just anyways. Hands have been full. Life has been fucking crazy, and it's going to continue being a little crazy, but I'm excited for it because I have my own business suddenly. I wish she had given me a little bit more of this control when she was alive, because she probably would have. Anyway, she died from a heart attack, essentially. So, like, I told my brother she died from a broken heart. Sad hearts. But I just wish she had, at times, I wish she had allowed me access to help her with this stuff, because now I'm kind of doing it like
blind.
Oh, fuck.
You have to figure it out now. You're like,
notebooks and like calendar journals of like what she had written down of like whatever. So I basically reached out to her entire client base that I could find phone numbers to and let them know what was going on. She passed away and that I was taking over the business and blah, blah, blah. So beyond that, life's been crazy. I miss her dearly. Not trying to take it as like, it sucks like that in a negative tone. I miss my mom a lot. We had a very difficult relationship for a lot of reasons. But things are just finally slightly settling down. Had a lot of closure, having a memorial for her. I did all of it with Kona and a friend of mine and a cousin of my mom's, which I'm not, still trying to figure out the family tree on how she's my cousin. It's one of those first cousins once removes kind of weird scenarios, you know? Anyway, I was going to go deep into that. I'm not going to. I was just like, and I'm not going to do that. So, anyways, but yeah, life for me has been crazy and it's finally the dust is finally settling a little. So, we're here. We're here on a Saturday, which we normally would like to go on Wednesdays, but I'm going to explain why we weren't here this Wednesday. It's because I was trying to record the memorial service that I had on a live video Facebook through my OBS early morning because I had been waking up early for the past couple months every fucking single day. I think I've been up either at 3 a.m. or 5 a.m.
Ugh, gross.
And my mom passed away like around 4 a.m. We're pretty sure. That just by, what's the word? Witness testimony is the best way to put it. From the person who like kind of lives like on her property. He heard her dogs freaking out. Long story short. Sorry, that's morbid. But so like I was waking up around that same time for almost 2 months. It wasn't intentional. It would just be like I woke up, I checked my phone to see the time. 4:11, 4:02, 4:13, 3:58. You know, 5:11. Yeah. It's like, well, fuck. Leave me alone.
Let me sleep.
So, I was sitting here on my desk, happily just recording this special moment. I'm watching myself come up on stage. And I'm a terrible public speaker normally, but I'm going to let you guys all have a hint on something. Is that streaming, I think, genuinely helped me. I think it genuinely helped me public speak. I had this, there were about 300 people, 260.
Wow.
Give or take, that showed up to Mom's memorial. And it was a lot of people. And the event coordinator wasn't ideal. She was great. To an extent, but anyways, she didn't think when I said there was going to be at least 300 people there that I was being realistic. She thought there was maybe going to be like 150, 200.
No.
I mean, maybe she thought 20 because she was trying to be nice to me, but I was like, no, my mom knew a lot of people. Like she's lived up here
forever.
And it's a small town, so there was a lot of people there. And I'm doing this recording, and my dumbass put my coffee in front of me, which I never do that. I really don't. I always have it over here, you know, or a drink or beverage, like over here. I'd not swinging my hands around because I talk with my damn hands. And I flicked my hands, and there went coffee all over my desk, my keyboard, my mouse. It went onto my computer.
I would die. I'd be like, oh my God.
I woke Kona up. He was like asleep, like looked at me like, you're stupid, kind of. And I'm just like, can you help me? And he's like half asleep. Like,
what am I supposed to
do? Poor guy. But computer's fine. There was a little bit of coffee that got like on the audio jacks, like on the top of it. That's where there's a couple inserts for it. Let everything dry. What was stressing me out before it was drying because I kind of wasn't sure what exactly was broken yet. I should have just kept it off. I said it kept popping up the program that something was plugged in the audio jack. I was like, oh God, it's broken. So I let it sit there for an entire day with a little fan on my computer, babied it, and it came back alive with no
good
issues. So, the keyboard, on the other hand,
it's fucked.
I had just bought one because the one that I had been using forever, it was starting to like really fail me. So I just bought it, and I not poured, but like
so it was brand new too.
Yes.
Oh no!
Yes, and the mouse.
Oh my God.
But the mouse is fine. It actually had quite a bit of coffee on it, and it's resilient as fuck. It's a Logitech.
Good brand.
So then I didn't think I had another keyboard. And I see this keyboard outside of Kona's office. And I'm like, what's this? I just ordered a new keyboard again because I spilled coffee on my shit. It was thankfully, I think it was like right after Cyber Monday. So there was still a shitload of amazing deals, right?
Nice.
So we're talking like $40 for a Logitech keyboard. That's not bad. That's pretty damn good. I'm not here to spend a lot of money on keyboards right now.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, that's your keyboard that came with your computer. And I was like, are you kidding? I just ordered one. Where was this hiding? Where was this mysterious golden keyboard? Just like, anyway, so I'm using that now.
Nice.
It exists. So I had a major few couple days of issues, and that's why we were here Wednesday. Thursday, we found the new keyboard. I was like, oh my God, it's a fucking nightmare. That's the update of my life. I can't really come up with anything else other than I had a lazy, lovely day, which I haven't had in like a couple months today with my family. And we mostly all just vegged out on tablets and video games and ate food. And it rained all day. And it was nice.
Yeah, you made a little video.
I did make a little video. I finally edited a video. I was determined because there were some really funny clips that John and I had. So, yeah. I mean, beyond that, that's the story of my life as of the past couple of months in a very short recap. Because there's been a lot of like dark, intense shit that's gone down too, but I like to keep this a little bit more on the lighthearted side of things. But, well, thank you for shouting out the video.
No problem.
Yeah. So what about you, Chelly? What's going on with you?
Nothing crazy, just normal, like, work life type of things. It seems like people are arguing a lot, like the past month and this month, because today I had a pretty intense argument with someone, and it should have happened.
Tell me about it.
Like, okay, let me just explain. There's a little backstory here, because when you're on a month-to-month lease, okay, you need to give your landlords a full month notice. So, for instance, as an example, if you want to move out December 31st, we needed you to give us some notice before November 30th. If you give it to us December 1st, it does not apply for January. It applies for the next month, because that's just the way things fucking work.
In your company.
No, in BC.
Or just in British Columbia. Okay.
In Canada. I'm pretty sure this is all across Canada. So this motherfucker emails us last month saying, hey, I'm planning on moving out in January. Okay? He specifically says January. So we're not getting confused here. So I send him the form and I say, hey.
January 1st?
The last day of January.
End of January. Okay, I just want to make sure.
He doesn't specify it, but your lease term cannot end on the first of the month. It has to end on the last day of the month. Because when you're in a month-to-month lease, your lease is 1 month. It ends on the last day and starts on the first day. If you're in a month-to-month lease. Mm-hmm. So this guy comes. So he emails us. He says, I'm planning on moving out January, I don't know what day. Whatever, fine. Don't care. So I give him the form, and I'm like, hey, here's the form. I need you to fill it out. Bring it back to me before December 31st, because he's planning to move out January. This is very important. He comes downstairs today, hands it to me, and says, January 1st is gonna be his last day. And I go, ooh, actually, just so you're aware, this applies for January 30th or 31st, or how many days are in January, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Because as you can physically leave whenever you want in that month, you have to pay the full month's rent, because your lease term is not done until January 31st or 30th. He's standing there arguing with me And I'm like, and then he literally said to me, well, I assumed that you would assume that I'm moving out December, like last day, like December 31st, because I sent this in November. And then I thought I said, you said January. So why would I assume any other month? Because you said January.
You should have said I want to be out at the end of December.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So then I'm arguing with this guy, and it's the worst time too, because like my colleague is in like the office talking to someone that might apply for a suite now. So I'm arguing with a tenant in front of this new fucking guy that might apply, probably not now. That's been blown up now. Because he's going to apply for a place where it looks like I'm going to argue with everybody. But I'm telling him, like, and I explained it, like I explain when people get kind of confused, because it is a little bit confusing if this isn't your day-to-day job. That
sure.
Your 1 month lease starts on the 1st and ends on the last day of the month. And then a new lease technically starts on the 1st. But his argument is that he assumed that I would assume something. That's his argument. And I'm sitting there going, what? And then I flat out said, why would I assume that? And he's like, I just thought you would. And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter because
I didn't.
Because I didn't, because I know the rules. And I'm like, well, either way, you need to pay like January's rent. You can move out on the 1st. I really don't care. But you need to pay the full month's rent. And he's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, what don't you understand? And then I told him, like, in the lease, it literally explains this and gives you an example. Oh. An example. And then I'm like, and then I flat out say, read the lease. And he's like, no. I'm like, bro, what? It would be a whole, if I assumed, I would still be in the wrong because I probably assumed the wrong thing. Kaylee, exactly. I just went off what this guy told me. Wow. And I'm standing there and we're going around in circles. We're not getting anywhere. We're just going round and round and round in circles. And finally I'm like, you know what? My boss is going to be here on Monday. She can talk to you. So I just walked away. But I've decided tonight I'm not. I'm going to talk to him tomorrow and I'm going to email him all the evidence and all the proof that he's wrong. So I was like shaking because it was just so frustrating. I want to move out on Jan 15th. When do I need to give notice? You can move out on January 15th, but you still need to pay the full month's rent. But it's different because you're not renting. But like if you were to rent, you can physically move out whenever the hell you want. I don't give a shit.
Sense.
But you must pay.
It's typically a little bit more. It depends on who you're going through here.
Yeah,
like through someone private in a house.
Totally different.
There's a lot more lenience going on.
Totally, we follow the rule book to a T. That's what we do. That's how the companies run. We don't screw around with that. Mm-hmm. And then everyone's just fighting me, and I'm like, I'm not doing it wrong. Like you're the one that's wrong. And like I had this other couple. They're breaking lease, right? Which means they're moving out before the 12 months is up. And with break leases, there are consequences to breaking your lease. First of all, you have to pay a certain amount of money because it's unliquidated damages, which is us having to rent your suite without planning to, because it's not in the budget to rent your suite right now because you're supposed to stay for a full 12 months. And then if we try to re-rent your suite as fast as we can, but if we can't, you have to keep on paying rent because you've agreed to pay a 12-month lease from start point A to end point B. And unfortunately, the lease doesn't specifically say that. But what do you think you agreed to when you signed a 12-month lease? That you agreed to pay rent for those 12 months.
But what happens if you a hypothetical situation? What happens if you're like, okay, great. I'm my life is on this track. I'm signing this lease. Shit is amazing. Got this great job. I have the money to pay for everything. So, but you're not from this area,
Yeah.
right? And obviously some emergency kicks down and you're like, fuck, I'm 6 months into my fucking lease. I wanted to stay here. Life is pulling me this other direction. I need to move out halfway through this month's lease and I still have 6 months left to pay because I'm dedicated to the lease. Can you break that lease and still have to pay those 6 months, you know? Or
Yes.
do you guys really?
And we would only
Unless you find someone to maybe rent it for you?
we do not allow subletting of suites. We don't allow that. But we do try our best to rent out a suite. And the only reason that someone is breaking lease most of the time is because of shit like that. But
Yeah.
if we don't do it, we could lose out quite a bit. And it sucks, but but we try to rent out the suites as fast as we can. We're not like fucking around. Like we try to rent that suite out. But for instance, like
you get it out there.
like a few months ago, some guy moved in, was here for literally 2 weeks, and then his mom got sick or got more sick, and he's like, "Look, the situation is, my sister and I are here. It's best if I go back because my sister's in school. I've been here for 2 weeks," and we're like, "Oh God,
That's rough. Yeah.
it's rough." But as you're rent responsible and it sucks, life happens. But if we let all of the cases go and let people out of every lease, what's the point of a 12-month lease? And the only, like, we have, in the most special circumstances, have dissolved an actual lease. It's very specific circumstance. Like one guy, he moved in literally 2 days after he moved in, was like, "I don't like this suite. It's there, like there's a bus stop there. It's noisy. I didn't know this." And then we're like, "Shut up, bro. Like you physically came and saw the suite. You knew that there was a bus stop there." But he was literally there for 2 days. And
He moved in all of his shit.
he moved in all of his shit.
Oh
Like,
man.
but the good thing is that we re-rented that suite like super fast.
Right.
And like the other guy with his parents, I told him the whole situation. This was a podcast giveaway. This is a podcast giveaway, Nexus. Total podcast giveaway, whatever that means.
Hey Nexus, I heard you're cute.
I saw that. Oh, jeez.
I'm scrolling through my Twitter. No, you are cute. I'm scrolling through my Twitter. I pop it open, and my husband's over my shoulder, like, "Damn, who dat?" And I like flicked out my app, and I brought it back up. I'm like, "Oh," and I showed him the context, and he was like, "Damn, spicy." Like, I was like, "Calm down."
Jeez.
It was great. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so
I ain't got titties, so I get it.
we've been dealing with like just people fighting all day, every day about shit that's in their lease. Like the couple that are fighting us, they're leaving because they moved into a 2-bedroom. Just 2 people, like a couple. And they email us like the month like after they move in, and they're like, "Hey, can we move in like my cousin and her husband too?" So 4 adults in a 2-bedroom. These aren't big 2 bedrooms, okay? The answer is no. Hands down, hell no, fuck no. We are not renting to 4 adults. So we said no. And it was quiet for a while. And then finally they give us their notice to move out. And we're like, this is like, I explained back in like August what a break lease is, because it's when this whole thing with the cousins went down. And the wife acknowledged what I told her. And then now they've moved out, and I'm like, "Well, the suite isn't like I'm rented out, so you need to pay December's rent, because we haven't re-rented the suite. It's the wrong time of year, first of all, to be breaking lease, you idiots. If you're gonna break lease, just an FY for the whole world, don't do it in December, okay?"
That's like a really tough month for a lot of people. hello.
It's a tough month we can't rent shit.
Seriously?
This month. No one wants to. Don't break your lease in December, okay? Just as a PSA for all of you people, if you're renting, don't do it. It's a bad idea. And then so I emailed them a very polite email, okay? And then the husband calls me.
Oh,
and he's giving me
email
shit.
to phone call.
Hello, Keens. Thank you for that raid. Look how different we look from episode 1.
We were such noobs then. Because now we're like comfortable. We're like in our cozy.
We don't give a shit.
I don't give a
Don't give a fuck. We're just doing like updates on life.
Catching up.
I don't have much like news. I just have work drama.
I have plenty I could talk about, but I'm limiting my shit.
Anyways, so the husband calls and he's like, I didn't know that we had to do this and blah, blah, blah. And people believe that we need to break things down point by point by point, or else it's not real. And I'm literally like, read your fucking lease. Like, goddamn. So then he's like yelling at me, being like, you don't know anything. You don't know the rules that you have to follow. And I flat out say, sir, I'm pretty sure that I know these rules better than you know these rules.
Sir, Z-snap.
And then he like just give me shit and just yell at me. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't going anywhere. So I'm going to go. I'm going to email you. Thanks so much. Goodbye. And then I hung up the phone. Just hang up on this bitch.
Enjoy your smoke, Sneak.
Have fun smoking. But yeah, and then I told my boss, and then I was writing out an email, linking the email from like 4 months ago, me telling this wife what a break lease is, and her acknowledging it. And they're still fighting it, so...
Oh, God.
There goes. And if they don't pay rent, then we're going to take them to the... tenancy branch, and your credit's fucked because we're gonna claim that money and you should just fucking paid it. And they're like,
money.
their whole excuse is that we didn't point break what's gonna happen. And I'm like, I did in August. When you first brought up. I told y'all. And first of all, I don't have to break it down for you. It's in your lease. Read your lease.
Sign everywhere.
Yeah, seriously, you signed it. You agreed to what's on the paper. And it feels like people are fighting. They're just fighting this month. They just want to fight me. And I'm like, can we all just have a pleasant December, guys? Please. Please and thank you. They're like, nah.
December.
Make it difficult.
It's a fighting month.
It is a fighting month. Like, I don't get it.
It all starts with Black Friday. So.
Black Friday. Can we speak for a minute about how anticlimactic Black Friday was? Like, the sales were shit, right? Can we just have a December to remember? I know.
Okay, so I don't normally ever take advantage of Black Friday. Okay? But this year, I had to because my children smash jumped on my daughter's crib and broke it. So she had to be upgraded to a motherfucking big girl bed.
Go, Ella, go! Get the things you deserve.
Arriving with, she's doing great. But, so that's what I was so stoked. I got like a bed in a bag and a bed frame.
It looks great.
Not a bed in a box, and sheets and the whole linens, or whatever that goes with it.
Yeah,
all of it for $150. And I was just like, you can't get shit. Like the mattress itself should be $150.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
So I came out all right.
Okay, then maybe the sale that I saw.
But it depends on what you were looking for.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I didn't look for anything else, really. I kind of browsed a couple. Cyber Monday. I don't know. I just don't believe in those sales because I think it's bullshit.
It is.
I don't know.
It is.
Anyone else get some good deals? Anyone?
Kaylee got a bunch of Bath and Body Works,
Bath
which is
Body Works?
great.
Okay.
webcam that was only
I was
5%.
gifted some Bath and Body Works lotion. It's all right.
Exactly, Nexus. That's my point. Everything's like 10, 15, 20, 25% off. And like I'm like, where's the 50 and 60% off deals gone?
60, 75.
There's none of that.
That's what we want to see. No, because it's literally a glorified savings day. It's not real. You have to like find legit savings elsewhere.
I know, but
it's
like
seasonal change. I don't know.
About
it's weird.
Rockstar game shirts though for 50% off. Ooh, same with Mercedes hoodies.
That's not bad.
Ooh, so I guess like I'm just like I wasn't like looking for things. It's just I would get like emailed about we're having a sale, and I'm like, what you got there? Clothing store, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty shit actually. Like, I'm expecting some good deals.
Yeah, I still need to do some Christmas shopping for my children.
I gotta do Christmas shopping for
one child.
People because I'll actually be seeing people on Christmas because I'm going to my grandma's.
Yeah.
I don't know what to get fucking people. I just get people gift cards, but I feel like since we're like in person, I'm like I need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah. Already got yours bought.
Nice.
I mean, you're on it though.
I know, but like, would Nana appreciate a gift card? Where the fuck do I get her a gift card from? It's Nana. Lush. Never mind. I answered my own question.
I'd like to take my dad out to dinner.
Nice.
And do something nice for Kona's mom too. That's my goal for Christmas on that front.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your mama Roomba. Hell yeah. Get your mom the good one, though. Like, the one that maps the fucking rooms. Because, trust me, ours doesn't. And that bitch will go around in circles and clean nothing. Get the one that maps the room.
Do you have a Roomba?
We do have a Roomba.
You do?
And he pisses me off.
Oh.
Because...
How fun.
Because Jordan didn't splurge. Because we bought this Roomba actually... Black Friday, like 3 years ago, essentially.
Oh, and it's still running.
Oh yeah,
That's
he's still going, but he didn't splurge and get the one that maps the room. It's just he just goes, and he's so stupid. This Roomba, he's just so stupid. Like he just goes back and forth and spins around, and he misses whole lines of stuff. You'll put something in front of him, and he's going, and then misses it. It's so annoying. The one I'm getting here is
I don't think a Roomba would work in my house.
To be fair, like with all the stuff that's normally on the floor with like Patrick, we don't really use that as much now because I got a cheap little stand-up vacuum, which I would use way more because it's less work to set up.
That's fair.
It pisses everywhere. Yes, the Roomba pisses everywhere.
Yeah.
Patrick no longer gives a shit about it. He doesn't care about the Roomba. He'll fight it.
He's gotten used to it.
Yeah, he's like, ow, there's that thing that makes noise and roams around.
Bit when it comes by.
And our carpet, it can't go on it because it has like dark and light blue. And it thinks that the dark blue, it like is a cliff. So it stops.
Oh.
Yeah. It's so...
What?
It's because it's dark and light blues, so then it senses like the colors. And it thinks the dark blues...
like light and like a shadow?
Yeah, it thinks that there's nothing there and it's going to fall when it's on the carpet. It's so stupid.
I don't know how I feel about that. Why?
I don't know. It's just...
Poor Roomba.
Like I said, splurge and get the one that tracks where things are. Like, it is probably way better.
I've never had a Roomba. I've nannied for a family that had a Roomba, and it worked okay. I was kind of like, I'd rather just grab a vacuum.
It takes way less time to vacuum.
That's who I am. But I could see yourself setting your Roomba up as you go to work.
Yeah, like that's what we would do.
And leave.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Your floor's all picked up for the most part of like heavy, like larger items that it shouldn't pick up.
Yeah.
That totally makes sense. But
like in this suite, it doesn't really work because everything's so tight. So we also haven't used it here that much because of that. There's not a whole lot of room for the Roomba.
oh, the Roomba.
Yeah, Jordan was wanting one for a long time, and then I'm like, "It's Black Friday. Just go find a deal and go get a Roomba."
Yeah, I mean, you might as well try it out.
It's
I don't
decent.
think a Roomba would survive in my house.
Nah.
I think it'd get crushed in the first day. Yeah, my fucking children are destructive as fuck.
Well,
man.
they destroyed that crib.
Oh gosh.
I feel like that was planned. Can you pour?
I don't know what
Can
they
you
were
pour me a
doing.
glass of wine?
They really like to jump on beds. And they don't have like a spring mattress bed anymore. The crib bounced a little.
Oh.
And John is a large 4-year-old. The kid can destroy some shit and he doesn't realize it. He's like just thick. It's not like he's like, hefty. He's just
He's husky.
a big boy.
He is a big boy.
And then they're both jumping on it. Like he's like close to 50 pounds. He's like 45, 50 pounds.
Wow.
Big boy.
Here's your mega pint.
Make a pint.
No, he doesn't have a Ferrari, a Camaro, Ferrari. Which one do you want? No, but he does have these sheets that have like game controllers on them and like stuff like that. And it says like game over.
Ooh.
He's a little gamer nerd.
He's a little gamer nerd.
Yeah, he like we've been letting him have a little tablet time on my tablet because Ella broke my mom's tablet. She just chucked it.
Oh.
And then like the whole screen shattered. It's freaking Apple iPad. I'm like,
well, that's gone forever.
great. I think we can replace the screen because it's like
Yeah.
it turns on. You can see everything, but it's just like literally a shattered screen. You're like, fuck. But he's been finding these little like streamer guys that like make him hysterically laugh
Nice.
on YouTube. And I'm like, oh geez. So that was a big reason we actually played Minecraft today because he really wanted to be a part of Divinity last night. And I was like, nah. This is mommy time.
I don't think
right?
he's gonna understand it that well.
You don't need to. We don't need to go there, right? We'll do
no.
some Minecraft tomorrow. So we did some Minecraft this morning, and that was a lot of fun. But
That's funny.
I was using a Bissell vacuum there for a while, and taking over my mom's business. She had these shark vacuums. Y'all heard of a shark?
I've heard of it.
The one that she has is really great. Actually, I don't know the specific model or anything like that because I'm like, I would never buy this shit. What the fuck? It's just too fancy. It's like the moment something breaks, kind of, it's like you got to go through
Yeah.
sending the whole fucking vacuum back. They replace the part, send it
Yeah.
back. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'd rather just have cheaper vacuums, man, that just like suck for a good while and then replace
Die.
that shit. But that's just me. I don't know. But I also have like just a lot in my life to where Roombas would work. But yeah, no. So I got to transfer into this like clean. So business I took over from my mom is a cleaning business.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad had asked me, my grandma has this apartment above her garage, and they had both asked me to clean it for them because this young guy had been living there for several years, but hadn't been there all summer.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. But most of the shit was gone. Like with exception. So I go into the apartment and I'm like looking around like, oh, okay. So he's clearly a rich kid. Mommy bought him a brand new Swiffer, extra large Swiffer mopper thing that hasn't even been broken out of the box.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, all right. Okay. So the person moving in happens to be my son's teacher's sister who lives
Okay.
next door. Okay. Who has been living with, so my son's teacher lives next door to my grandma. But her sister has also been living in her house, and it's been very cramped. So she finally gets her own place to live. So I'm cleaning the space for her. And I'm looking around and I'm like, there's like pieces of Legos everywhere. And there's these tiny white balls everywhere. And my dad's there and I'm like, Dad, what is this? What is this shit? And he's like looking around and he's like, oh, those are those like airsoft pellets. This motherfucker, I like looked at my dad and I'm like, what if he just like grabbed the container and was like, and like just shook them around this entire apartment? There were tiny little white motherfucking plastic balls around this entire apartment. And I was like, so the shark did a good job.
Oh, good.
It did what it needed to do, right? But I was just like blown away because I was like, who did you guys let live in this apartment?
Yeah.
They're very anal. Kind of like how your company is. Like, you don't fuck around like that, you know?
You know what? But
Don't fuck around.
sometimes they
around.
seem normal until they move
They're
in.
not. Oh. So I was like, nah, this shit's cray. Don't ever let anyone. And apparently, they let this kid move in when he was like 17. And his mom paid the rent.
Would never.
And he took two of my dad's like, they had a set of 4 bar stools. One is in my grandma's house. The other one's in the garage below the apartment. And this motherfucker took the other 2 that were in the apartment and left his nasty ass couch. Like, so my dad's like, nah, I need my bar stool and the keys to the apartment, please, because you did not give those back. Anyways, just some crazy shit. So I relate. I am learning to this flow that like you kind of go through in a way.
Yeah.
But I was just laughing because like I'm cleaning through this apartment, like you wonder sometimes
You do
what
wonder.
people like, you know, like
You do sometimes. Not gonna lie. You sometimes wonder, like, what the fuck are they doing?
So I scored. I have to say, I left 95% of the shit that he left there for the new tenant because she had nothing. We left the couch for her. He left a shitload of food. A lot of it was outdated. And that's an issue just because of bears.
Yeah.
Hello. He left a refrigerator full of food that was all dated early 2022. There was bacon in there from like March that looked good, right?
Yeah, it's frozen,
I'm looking at
right?
it and I'm like, no.
Oh, I thought shit, it was frozen.
It was in the motherfucking refrigerator.
Oh.
And I'm looking at this going, and it's clearly out of date. And I'm like, oh, why does it, like, it's not gray? It's not green? I didn't open it because fuck that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to take chances there. But I'm like sitting there like, is there magic to this refrigerator? Like, why does this bacon look so good? This shit's like 6 months old.
Why does it
It's
last
disgusting.
forever?
Gross. Anyway, so he left a bunch of shit all in his cat, like this brand new conventional like toaster.
Wow.
Oh, a crazy book about crime scene photos, like
Okay.
investigative photos, and I was like, anyways, so that was one of my most recent cleaning experiences, and as I'm vacuuming, I'm finding tiny pieces of Legos, Nerf gun darts, and I'm like, all right. So they just had a big kid living here, which
That's
is
what you
totally
get for
fine.
renting to a 17-year-old. I could never
But
imagine.
my dad kept going, oh no, we let this other guy in a trailer live outside. He was really into the Legos. And I go, okay, that's fair. But what the fuck? Are you joking?
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but just going into the cleaning up after that, you were just kind of like, I guess I'm just being, my point is I've never left somewhere I've lived at that messy ever. Like, I always like my deposit back if I can.
You would hope so.
You know?
Yeah, like
So it just blows my mind that people just don't give a fuck.
just discard their money and they're like, "Oh, that's okay. You keep like
keep
this
it.
$1,000 that I gave you. I don't want it back." Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's fine to each their own, but it blows my
weird.
mind away.
It's weird.
Yeah. too much shit there. Too much shit there. Yeah. And yeah, so that was a crazy experience. But we got the house clean and it was great. But
Free
it
money.
was I mean, yeah, it can. And a cool score. That was what I was trying to say. Actually, I found this remote to something, and I'm like looking into it, and I kind of like Google the name on it. I can't remember the name right now, but it's for a light bulb, right? And I'm like, okay, it's fancy. So then I find the fucking light bulb in a kitchen drawer, like stuffed in a bunch of shit. And this fucking light bulb turns on and off with like this cool ass remote.
Nice.
You can change the colors and like do all this cool shit. So it's in my lamp next to my bed. But I was like, it's kind of cool in those scenarios when people move out and they leave like shit like that.
Oh yeah.
When they do, that you get like some kind of cool scores. You know,
you sometimes get some cool shit. Like, not gonna lie, like when people like leave shit, and like the best score is when they leave like garbage bags and cleaning supplies and Ziploc bags.
Yes, there was a ton of that. Never opened. Tinfoil double pack, and I'm like, tits. I don't have to fucking buy tinfoil for a while.
The best find that I still have is Jordan found a Coach bag, which Coach is a nice brand.
Pretty good.
And he found this Coach bag, and it was behind the the washer dryer, and it's been there for a long time. And like we kept it, and we like held it going just in case they email us. I held onto it for like about a month, nothing, and I'm like, well, this Coach bag is mine now. So now I have a Coach bag that I didn't pay for, and they just left it. Yeah, I paid for dryer sheet, dishwasher soap, or garbage bags in almost a year. Yeah, we haven't paid for any of that shit because people leave it, and we're like, haha, thank you, yoink.
I mean, otherwise, what are you going to do with it? Donate it, see if anyone else wants it, or throw it away.
Well,
obviously you're not going to throw it away. Yeah, because that shit's expensive.
Like, Jordan once found somebody left a whole unopened box of ice cream sandwiches, and I'm like, fuck yeah, let's take the ice cream sandwiches. Like, the box is sealed.
Great when people leave. And I deal with a lot of vacation rentals, so you get a lot of like, sometimes food people don't even touch. Yeah. So with this actually, okay, you want to get a little juicy. So I pull the couch out, and it's not that juicy because it's just marijuana-based stuff. But I pull the couch out, and I'm like, oh my God, because my grandma's like kind of anal, but she's also kind of old enough to be like losing it because she had a stroke a few years back. So she's just kind of like not all there, but she's always been really anal. And I pull this couch back, and I look under, and there's just a bunch of shit, right? There's like a little torch lighter, and I look a little closer, and I'm like, oh, this fucker had a burnt cigarette sitting under his, under his couch. I'm thinking to myself, like, what the lean in a little closer. It's not a burnt cigarette. It looks like a burnt cigarette, but it's actually like what they're called is a chillum. So it's like a little like tiny mini pipe basically to smoke pot out of. And I was like, dang, like I'm kind of surprised grandma like let this shit fly, because I think the kid's like probably 20 now. Yeah. So he'd been living there for like 3 years. Wow. And I'm just kind of like, wow. Not like it matters, because I'm a massive, I mean, I'm a stoner. We all know this, and I'm very aware. So I was like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. But I was just surprised with the people I know that are around the area were so like chill with having homie there. Yeah. Because they're so not like chill like that. They're not chill like that. Like, I get my chill from my mom. My dad is kind of chill too. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. But like, my grandma's not chill. So I was kind of like, damn, he didn't get caught, basically. Yeah. Oh, of course I didn't know. But it just, in my experience with that family, they are very up in your shit. Does that make sense? Yeah. So like, I'm surprised this kid got away with it for the entirety of it all. And I didn't let any of them know. In fact, I took the fucking thing. It's on my fucking kitchen windowsill. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But it's just the fact that like when you know people for so long being a certain way and then suddenly they're just like kind of not, because like
Yeah.
they really wouldn't have let any of their renters get away with a lot of that if they had found out, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So they obviously didn't smell or notice, but it's interesting how time changes people and you realize it's not important anymore what they thought in that circumstance. I don't know. It's just interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just nothing crazy with that little apartment, but it was just funny. I just walked in like, okay, this is I don't know. I'm just so all about
Your lights are flickering.
yeah. Sorry. I was like, is that a fucking like moth? But there aren't Mothras around. I think it's flickering. So yeah, that's like I have a deep clean to do on Monday. And that I am kind of anyways,
Dreading.
the property manager to that particular house likes to kind of scam cleans and stuff out of the
Ooh.
owner without like having to pay for them. And my mom would always be like frustrated with this person.
Yeah.
And I don't know what my mom would let her get away with. I'm still trying to guide that, but I'm realizing that I'm not letting her get away with half the shit my mom would
Good.
already, because she was like she puts these dog like fences up on the back of the house that I'm not sure the owner really knows or cares about.
Mm-hmm.
But she asked me privately to take them down, and she was going to pay me privately. Bye, Nexus.
Bye, Nexus.
Have a great day at work.
Have fun working.
Oh, I gotta go.
Go play games.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Thanks for popping in.
So it's just interesting, like, having this experience of her being just kind of shady and always hearing my mom talk about her shadiness and then experiencing it full frontal. And I haven't let her get away with it
Good.
at all. And it's been kind of nice. So she sent a check for some money to take those stupid fences down, because I'm not doing anything for free for these people like my mom would. Like, no, I'm charging you.
Yeah, good. Do it.
Sorry. Gas is expensive.
Yeah, your time is too.
Anyways, work stories. It's not that crazy, but that's like the extent of like, yeah. I mean, I'm stressed right now just because I have one employee, and my mom paid her employees like kind of more than she should have been. I'm not saying she's not worth the money. She probably is, but like, it's just a lot.
Yeah.
Like so that's something I'm kind of getting challenged with right now, is figuring out how to not keep how to keep an employee without fucking them over with like low hours. Cause I'm like, so anyways, I've had to express like part-time work. It's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
because
just,
you have to be a boss now. Like,
I have to be a full-on boss.
It's totally different than like someone that's worked there and you watch the boss have those hard conversations.
Well, and it's like my mom wouldn't have had this conversation with her, right? Because she was planning different avenues. She was gonna, anyways. So it just sucks because I had to break it down to her that she's gonna have to go part-time.
Yeah, and
which sucks. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. But it's hard to be a boss.
Yeah, I bet.
It's hard to be a boss a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of relate with how you manage everyone in your property. You have to tell people like yes or no, or whatever.
Yeah, that.
So like you kind of get it.
It is a struggle, and like I'm trying to think of like the future, because eventually we will have our own building, and we will have to be the boss then. Like we will be the boss, so like
it's a lot.
It's gonna be hard to have hard conversations, because I don't know how to do that.
Well, and like I feel kind of guilty sometimes because I have to like. I don't want to be sneaky or weird, very transparent, but I also have to do some of the work myself.
Yeah.
versus having someone else always doing it or having someone always with me
Yeah.
taking some of those hours. And it's not like I get paid by the hour because most of the jobs that I do, there's like a flat rate
Yeah.
to a lot of them. Some of them are by the hour depending on the size of the house. Because like we have this one house, which I haven't done yet since I've had the business, but they do want to keep me as a cleaning service. But it literally has, hold on. I have to think of the house. Hold on. Six bedrooms. No, wait. 1, 2,
Wow,
3,
that's
4,
still a lot.
5, 6, 7 bedrooms.
Oh.
2 stories. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1. I got 1, 2. There's 6 full bathrooms.
What?
6.5 bathrooms. So 6 full bathrooms and a half bath.
And 7
And
bedrooms.
Yes, and this house is huge, obviously.
It would have to be.
And it's not necessarily a mansion. All right. It might seem like it sounds, I mean, because it's big enough.
It sounds like a mansion to me.
But it's like open.
Yeah.
It's not like,
It's
I don't
long.
know. It technically probably is a mansion. I really don't know. I've known it my whole life, so it doesn't feel like it, especially when you see it on the outside. You'd expect the house to be big, but it's like, damn, that, like, the house, the rooms aren't small. Or the kitchen is huge. Anyways, like that one, forever, my mom would charge only like $250. And like times have changed, and her and the dude got like a huge issue, I think, when mom was trying to explain she needs to get paid more for that job because it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
So houses like that, I think, become per hour
yeah.
per person. So then you go from there. It's kind of hard to flat rate that, you know? But if you're doing like vacation rental type houses or whatever, where people come in and check out kind of like a hotel,
Yeah.
you can flat rate that pretty easily.
Yeah.
And then if there's exceptions, the people left it terrible, broke shit, this, that, and another, you charge more. You know, it is what
Yeah.
it is. But pretty much a flat rate, whatever.
So
But-
with the business, do you need the second person, or could you really handle it yourself, or do you think it would be better to keep the second person?
While I was going through everything through my mom's house, it was ideal to have that person be
Yeah.
there to run the business while I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
Now, financially, it's better to take on the houses myself, but I will need that person, for example, the day after Christmas. We have 3 back-to-backs, which means checkouts are at 11 and check-ins are at 4.
Ooh.
And you have to have all 3 of those houses clean, fresh laundry, beds made, you know what I mean?
Oh
Whole
my
9 done.
god.
So that's where you need the help.
Yeah.
But like the rest of the month, I could take care of it myself. Because it's not like I have
tricky.
but then there's like, I think we have 3 or 4 back-to-backs right after.
Oh.
But right after New Year's Day. And they want to say the 2nd or so. So then we want to try to advertise because we're also offering shoveling. We're offering because that's something that a lot of the clients don't recognize, that you have to shovel into their houses to go clean.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
we need to charge, you have to charge for that.
Yeah.
Like it's not part of your, because like we don't shovel in the summer and you still pay us the same. It's
Yeah.
not the same. Yeah,
No.
it doesn't work. No.
No.
So things like that. I don't know. It's just so yeah. And I'm trying to earn more business because I'm going off of what my mom was comfortable making financially.
Yeah.
So I need to boost this up. And it's funny, I need to actually make business cards and come up with we have a business name. We need to get business cards so we can start handing them out to local businesses and stuff and like do that flow.
Nice.
So yeah, it'll be good. Anyways,
That's exciting.
You're distracting. I love you.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Just coughing and hawking a loogie.
Just making noise.
Making a shitload of noise over there. I'm like talking about work, which I realize is really boring, and I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. Like, I always talk about work.
And now we're both just going to be, this is a podcast about our jobs.
Yeah,
Fuck
this is
people,
a work
how they
podcast.
treat their apartments.
This is gossip, work gossip. Because I could talk a whole podcast about this shit that's gone on the last month here, but I won't.
Oh,
like,
God.
It's just a day-to-day thing, like, in my life, pretty much. There's always something shitty going down.
I mean, kind of same in my world in a way.
Yeah.
Right now I have somebody who had been living at my mom's in her driveway in a like camper.
Right, you mentioned this.
And they really helped. He found my mom, passed away. But he really helped us clean up her yard and clean up whatever we needed in the house and this, that, and other. We compensated him financially for it.
Yeah.
It's not like he did it for free.
Yeah.
Well, I know the landlord of my mom's house really well. I've known her for 30 years. I know her daughters, this, that, and other. And she made it really clear that she wanted me to manage the property, help her get the house up in better living standards, because there's literal like spaces between the wood of the pipes of the kitchen that you can see to the outside, so the pipes freeze often, specifically the washer and dryer. So there's been quite a few floods in the house. It needs a lot of work, and I'm substantial enough in the community to be able to make deals or get, decent costs to material, this, that, and other, to get the things that need to be done in the house done properly.
Yeah.
And so that they can eventually rent the house for a decent price. And I want to reiterate that we financially compensated this person who was living at this property for free while my mom was alive.
Wow.
I think he compensated occasionally financially with covering parts of the electric bill or whatever before with my mom. I don't really know. He was kind to her. He definitely helped her around while she was alive. He was there. He was a caretaker in a sense when you put it in perspective. But I vouched for him to the landlord that he would be willing to help with the property and I'd be there to manage it and this, that, and another, and to try to get him into the house to rent it. Suddenly, dude has no money. His dad has a tumor in his brain, which I had kind of understood was a thing happening for a while, but it got more serious. So he left for 2 weeks. And he left one of two of his dogs at the house because she doesn't get along with the other dogs at his parents' house, which is fine.
Okay.
Me and a friend of mine offered to take care of his dog, who his dog that we were watching happened to be Louie's mom.
All right.
Personal. Okay. So it's a personal, like, I don't mind watching her. She's fine. It's Louie's mom. Which Louie is this guy right here. If anyone is curious, he's my German Shepherd who passed away from cancer last year. So we did it for 2 weeks and he ran out of dog food for her. And he also wanted to keep my mom's bearded dragon. Didn't ask about it once. I fed it. I bought its food. I cared for it. I cleaned its cage. So I basically was never offered. He never offered me money for rent for December. Not once. Expected me, when I mentioned that his dog was out of food, to buy dog food for his dog. And I said, well, I will bring over like a pitcher of my dog's food to sustain your dog until you get home, but I'm not buying you dog food.
Yeah, because you already have to take care of.
And I had to have a really difficult, and I had to have a really difficult conversation with him, which I hate to do, which I know you can relate to this with some of your tenants, right? That you just have to, I literally had to be like, look, you're not moving in here.
Yeah.
You're just not. I will cut, like, in the sense, I'm going to cover rent because my mom's shit's still in here, and it's just what the landlord was okay to do with. But But yeah, and it was fine. He totally understood.
That's good.
But I just feel like he's got a very entitled attitude, and it's making it really difficult for me to be understanding.
I feel that.
Like right now, he's in the house, and he messaged me today if he could have this drum that was in the hallway and some of her artwork that was in the hallway. And I basically was like, I need to go because what's left there now is like some of the stuff I'm either going to sell or donate or whatever. Like I got all most of the stuff that I needed out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what are you doing just walking around the house wondering what you can buy?
Yeah,
You're not
that's
even paying
weird.
for rent.
That's weird.
And he wouldn't get a job. And he finally got a job the day after I told him, you haven't shown up. And I have to focus on family too, because I potentially might be able to get my brother to live in there as well.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story. But so that's something I'm kind of dealing with right now. It's been a little difficult and a little bittersweet because it's someone who's been really helpful to our family, but that we did compensate financially. Like I personally compensated him financially and a good amount of money. Mm-hmm. Not like crazy amount, but you know, he was compensated. And then my dad was giving him money too. So this guy was like taking it all in. And I basically called him out on it. And I was like, it's not cool. I'd be happy to have you stay here and caretake the property, but you need to pitch on, you know, utilities. But no, you don't get to move into the house. Get your rugs that you think are moving into my mom's old bedroom out. Nah, you know? So, yeah, I'm dealing with some weird shit like that that's kind of going down. And it's so hopefully it all stays smooth. But I'm starting to feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point where I like kind of don't want to deal with any of it.
Yeah.
I'd rather him just go, but now it's like the middle of winter and I kind of, it's complicated. I kind of can't now. So we just got to make it work for the rest of the winter till spring, probably. I told him, use this opportunity to save money. You're living somewhere for free in Tahoe, which is the rarest opportunity you could ever get.
Yeah. Good point.
Learn some skills, help us get this house into a good living space for someone else. Like I'm getting to the point where I'm probably going to have to trade my services of cleaning for one of my friends who's a plumber to try to get a working heater in the fucking house. Because the only heat that's available is a fucking wood stove.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, so it's like I'm like, Mom was just like living in camp world. She was just camping.
Just
fucking
cooking eggs on the fire, get some
KOA,
s'mores.
Dude, just camping. Yeah. The fuck? I mean, not really. She had her little dwellings, is what I called it. She had little dwellings everywhere where she had her little cozy spots. But
yeah.
Anyways, so that's my kind of like annoying tenant type thing to deal with. And at this point, he's like a squatter in a sense.
Oh, yeah. He may not leave.
And he technically has rights, but he's also dealing with me, and I've dealt with having to kick him out of there before when my mom couldn't, and he left really fast when I got involved. So
yeah.
He's dealing with me now, and he knows I'm not going to fuck around.
Yeah.
Because that's just how that goes. So.
Jeez.
And he's kind of stresses me out because he's kind of somebody who's like too happy. So I'm hoping.
Gotta be careful with those types.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's a little tidbit into my drama of my life. It's dumb bullshit, as we all feel like that kind of shit is, but it's still just going on in your life and it sucks. But, you know, ugh. But let's talk Disney Dream Life Alley.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah.
Let's go there. Anyone else play that's in chat? Because our depressing work talk is over now.
Goofing kind of plays. Jordan definitely doesn't play. But damn, that thing has like taken my life. Like, I love Disney Dreamlight. I'm currently working on getting everyone I currently have to level 10. And then next time that I stream it, I'm going to just do missions.
Oh, okay.
That's my plan.
So do you have a lot of quests left to do?
Yes, because I've gotten most of my people up to 10. There's just like 2 people that aren't 10 yet. And then I get to go through all their missions.
Oh, so you're just leveling them all up and then doing missions?
Yeah, some of them I've done most of the missions, but then I'm like, I should just get the leveling all done and then do the fun part.
Yeah, and then you do all the quests.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. But like, how do you know what's a main quest versus their like little side quests? Does that matter?
There isn't really side quests. It's just each character's missions.
Yeah, but I feel like there's like a main quest at least to like unlock. Well, I guess you're right.
Yeah, like each character has their own little quests until
Yeah.
you finish them all.
Yeah. Patrick.
Coming out of the bedroom.
I just unlocked the Dark Woods. That's about as much money as I mean. I've been working in there, and I just found out about Donald Duck and Kristoff
Donald.
and their adventures. So like hearing them
Donald.
talk when they're not in their movies or elements of their
It's weird, right? It's so strange to see people like interacting.
Mickey's like, yeah, when I used to act with blah blah blah, and I'm just like, okay, Mickey, whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that shit's great.
But Donald is, I love him, but I also hate him because you always can hear him freaking out. Like no matter where you are, you fucking hear him scream the whole
I haven't
time.
unlocked him yet. I'm kind of glad.
He's ridiculous. Like you saw that clip of him just. I'm talking to Kristoff, doing my thing, and in the background you could just hear him screaming, and he's across the field, nowhere near me, screaming, and I'm like, bro, you're ruining the moment.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. He's just driving me
Which
nuts.
one's your favorite character so far?
My favorite.
Yeah.
Who's my favorite? I enjoy having Scar follow me and
Really?
Wally. Scar and Wally.
Okay. Why Scar?
I don't know.
Haven't unlocked him yet.
It's just interesting. Like I didn't envision myself hanging out with Scar ever in my life. He was a major bad guy growing up,
Major.
and now he's just hanging out. So I'm like
one of the worst bad guys too.
seriously. And now I'm just like, let's go fishing, Scar.
Yeah.
And then we go fishing.
How weird.
It's just the character choices are fucking weird in this game.
I agree, and that's my bone to pick here. Is like Mother Gothel.
Yeah.
Really? You know, like, I don't know. Ursula, okay, so that's the exception here. Okay.
Ursula, whatever, because we have both.
Ariel
and Ursula.
Prince Eric, which,
I haven't found him yet.
but he's on there. He's on the character list.
Yeah, but I haven't found that fucker yet.
So, which I don't get why give me the dog.
Seriously. Like,
Or Sebastian.
seriously.
Trident.
Oh my god,
Like,
you're
what?
so right. Like, Eric?
Why
Who gives a shit
Eric?
about Eric? Who
He
cares?
sucks.
Psh, does he even... he does talk in the movie, but I'm like, who
I know, I was gonna
cares?
say, doesn't even talk.
How could I could think if he talked like in the movie? I'm like, wait, no,
I
he
think
actually did a
might
lines.
a little bit.
But like the character
On
choices,
the real.
they're so fucking weird. Like Scar, Mother Gothel, like that to me is the weirdest one. Her.
It's literally confusing to me because she's one of the worst characters.
Yeah,
She's so evil.
I kind of have
Like-
like a theory, but I can't share it until you're farther along because I don't want to spoil it.
Oh,
But
okay.
like I'm still like confused of like why the hell are these bad guys part of the main group of characters?
Well, yeah. And because it's streamlined, because, I mean, it's like Hollywood, right? It's like LA, essentially.
I
what
guess.
they're portraying in a way, but it's an island. It's their version of
I guess
Animal Crossing. Because they're all referring to each other as actors, right? So they're not actually villains. They're all like getting along.
To be fair, I
But-
don't fully read all of the dialogue, but now I feel like I really should have.
Oh, fair. Oh, I'm all in it. I'm
Nah.
reading it all because I'm curious. I'm like, why the fuck? Why is this happening? I get into it. The only person that doesn't matter that like listen to the or read the dialogue is Wally because like
He's Wally.
He doesn't even know what the fuck he's saying.
Is Eve actually gonna join? Because he's
I haven't seen. I
because
don't
he's
know.
like talked about Eve.
Talks about her all the time.
So is Eve gonna join eventually?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know,
I'm dying to
but
know
like
who's
you
all
would
gonna
hope
get.
so.
Can you go back and read dialogue? I'll have to look that up, and if
I
not, I'll
Don't know.
figure it out. I'm
But I'm
planning
sure
on
there's a
getting on my
recap
Switch
of like
eventually.
the stories, you know.
Maybe.
But the game is great. I played a lot of it today.
Yeah, you played like
Got
almost like
lucky.
all day.
Okay, well, no, I only was online for 4 hours today.
Okay, 4
It
hours.
felt like all day, honestly, considering I haven't done that ever in like the past.
Long time.
I haven't done that in a long time. Had a day stream.
Yeah.
But it was like both kids were off and on their tablets. Kona was
Yeah.
like playing Skyrim on the bedroom TV right behind my
Nice.
camera.
So everyone was just
We were
hanging out.
chilling. Yeah, we were chilling. And I promised John we could stream together doing Minecraft. So then it switched to Dream Valley after that because I'm slightly addicted. I'm not gonna lie. I like can't help it. I just found out that I can like go into my furniture moving or making or you
Yeah.
push F. And I didn't realize how much I could move
Everything.
in the map and what I could move and how I could do all that shit. So my life changed a lot today in that game because I was kind of going. I'm not a very in-person, like crazy organized person. Like I actually kind of have a lot of shit everywhere. Our whole household is like that, unfortunately. We're not hoarders, but we have a clutter problem at the moment.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom. Beyond that, I've always been a clutterer. It was driving me nuts in a game, and it drives me nuts in games. Like things need to be like cleared out and clean and like, because then otherwise your game's not going to function.
Nah.
And like I need to remind myself that in real life too. Like if I like don't clean my shit up, my shit's not going to function. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways.
And hopefully you're keeping all of your wood, like your hardwood, because gotta keep that shit. Permissions.
Yeah.
Keep all the clay,
hardwood.
all the iron, keep all that shit.
I keep all the building materials. I don't sell any of that.
I was a fool.
If I sell anything, it's like sometimes
Rocks.
fruit.
I sell
occasionally.
like rocks because I have like thousands of rocks.
Yeah, they're everywhere. You can
So I sell some of those, but I still have a lot like saved up. But keep your hardwood because
Okay.
I was going nuts. I'm like, why aren't these trees spawning enough wood? And like you have to collect like 50 about 4 times.
Oh, geez.
So like keep your shit.
I've been collecting some and then using them for
Crafting stations.
whatever crafting I need to do for missions that I was on.
Oh yeah, that too.
So I haven't, but other than that, I haven't just been like randomly crafting shit because I'm like, I don't want to craft yet. I want to go find all my fucking people first.
I only
kinda where I'm
craft
at.
a crafting table for every section of the map because I get tired of leaving one section to craft something. Your lights are like going nuts over there.
My mom, I swear. It's
Well,
like, yo, bitch. I
we're
got her
streaming.
ashes by my bed, so yeah, she's finally here watching a stream. Turd. I would talk all this shit now. Sorry, Mom. I'm kidding, not really.
It's like it's all a joke.
All a joke. Honestly, I have that. To get me through this, I've had to have a little bit of a morbid kind of sick humor like that once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a paranormal experience with my mom since she
Ooh.
passed. It's in her house. She had this hutch in the corner of her living room with her TV on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it has this like 2 top doors that open like that. They have magnets that keep them closed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right next to it clearing out this piece of furniture that I now have in my living room. This beautiful old black, like, I can't even describe it. It's just this desk and it's just cool. And it's got like all these hidden little drawers and cool shit in it. Anyways, Mom really liked antique shit.
Yeah.
But next to this piece of furniture I'm cleaning is said cabinet. And I'm going through, I'm wiping something down. I didn't touch shit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Magnets are hard to just pop open. And
Yeah.
it was a strong magnet still. This motherfucking door was like,
Oh my gosh. Spooky.
and I looked at it and I turned around. I went, really? You think I fucking deserve this shit? Because of like her house was not in the best state. Okay.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty gross in a lot of ways. So I like told her off basically after that. And when my brother was visiting, I had walked through this certain area of her house and I smelled her perfume.
Ooh, weird.
Her perfume wasn't anywhere in that house at that point. And my brother was there and I'm like, bro, I smell mom's perfume hella hard right now. And we looked at each other. He's like, she's visiting. She's here. Like, you know, he got hella fucking into it. Like, and I was like, probably, you know, and then we both kind of talk shit for a second. Like, bitch, why'd you leave us? And anyways, and then he walks like half hour, 45 minutes later, he needed to go grab something out of his car or whatever. So he's hobbling. My brother's got one leg. He's on a prosthetic. So he's hobbling. That's why I say hobbling. He's hobbling over to the front door. And he's like probably about 10 feet from where I smelled the smell. Mm-hmm. And we had forgot. We'd kind of let that shit go. We went over through it and then we let it go. And he goes, and he like stops and he looks at me and I'm like, what? And he's like, I smell mom. I smell her perfume. I smell it again. And we were fucking tripping. So, like, we both had a very emotional moment with that, too. Like,
Yeah.
we felt like she was like, hey, guys, I'm glad to see you two together. You know what I mean? So, weird paranormal shit. And, of course, I instantly go to phasmophobia, and I'm like, bitch, where's my crucifix?
Get the crucifix ready. Smudge it. Smudge it.
I have sage. I've been burning.
Jeez.
Which, by the way, I would love to check out Phasmophobia.
Hell, yeah, we
So
need to
much
try.
has changed.
Yes.
I mean, obviously not with the ghosts and stuff, but a lot has changed with the interface and stuff. It'd
yeah,
be fun to check it out.
It
Maybe
looks
Monday.
so different. Yeah.
Maybe Monday if we're all down.
Like, we'll try and get Jordy to join.
You can just sit in the van. We'll play like a few rounds, and then we'll go back to like BBD or something. But we just gotta at least test it out, at least a game or two out.
Yeah,
right?
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Like, we probably don't even know how to play anymore. Like,
I have no idea.
Not
I
like
don't
we
remember.
actually like fully knew how to play the game.
No, we never really knew how. I mean, we knew you and I specifically pretended like we really knew how to play that game. Like
Because
we
we
were
kind
pros,
of watched
honestly.
some like videos on it. Like, we got into it.
But like, I have
there's-
no idea how to read these motherfucking ghosts like these fucking streamers and people do.
Nah, don't know.
They always know how, and there's like more ghosts now than there were before, and it was already hard to distinguish who the ghost was
Exactly.
because they all had similar like
things.
Yeah. Whack.
Whack.
Right?
Whack ass.
Dab 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 dab
Dab,
dab.
dab, dab, dab.
Yeah. So. Trying to think of something else that happened recently that was kind of exciting, but I can't think of any. Oh, this morning I woke up to my son waking me up, telling me that toilet was overflowing. He woke up to take a shit. Yeah,
Damn.
I'm okay. I go to the bathroom, and thankfully it wasn't overflowing,
Oh,
but the water was like right
up there.
out there.
Yeah.
So it was John's first experience watching me plunge the toilet. He was fascinated by that.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine being 4 and seeing that shit for the first time? Or like however old you are, like really retaining it? Like,
I don't know. I don't think I've
I don't remember it ever being
I don't think
cool,
I've
but, like-
ever seen my parents plunge a toilet, honestly. Like, I've
Really?
I've plunged a toilet, but I don't think I've ever seen my parents plunge a toilet.
how'd you learn how to plunge a toilet?
I just kind of like I just knew what it did. I've seen movies and TV shows, so I knew how to plunger worked. I don't know. I feel like I was born with the skill.
You were born with that plunging skill. Girl.
I was
You
born with
get
that.
it. Own it.
I don't know. Like
Born again plunger.
I am born again plunger. I'm just a plunger. That's what I do. I don't know. That's a weird thought. I've never thought about, have I seen my parents
Like,
plunge
what?
a toilet? I don't think I have. That's a weird thought.
Yeah. Because of my mom's work and shit. But
I don't know.
like, that's how I distinctly learned how is from my mom because of like toilets being clogged either at home or at a job, and she'd show me how. And then later in life I had plumber friends that really gave me the tip of like how you plunge it, you know. You
Yeah.
gotta, like,
I'm now like really thinking about this. Like, nah.
like were there what random ass life experience like similar to plunging a toilet that you distinctly remember learning from your parents? Anything? I'm trying to think of like what a better example of like punching your toilet would be. Like
Hmm.
air in your tires or
Yeah. Yeah.
changing your oil, which I was never actually taught that by either of my parents.
I watched my dad do it a bunch, like on his bike, but I could never do it on my car.
Yeah. I wouldn't know where to start on
Like
my car.
nor would I want to.
No. I'd rather send that to
What other
a
skill?
professional.
How to heat up a coal barbecue. I would not know how to do that
Ooh.
unless I grew up with a coal barbecue.
So charcoal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Charcoal, sorry.
Okay. I'm just no, you don't have to say sorry.
Because
It's okay.
growing up,
No.
that's all we had. We didn't have any of
That's
these
what we had
fancy
too.
gas ones. And mom and dad, we like started up. We're heading home from work, or like my mom's like, I'm heading home from work. You guys need to start at this time, so then it's hot enough. So when I get home, it's ready to go. And then that's something that we were taught how to do because.
Did you use like that cylinder thing?
No, we
There's,
use
like, a cylinder thing.
We
and
use
then-
like a coil thing that's like
Okay.
like oval, and you put like the base layer of the charcoal down, and then put
Okay.
the coil thing on that, and then put charcoal on top of that, like a little mountain, and then it heats up, and then you take it out, and then it just stays hot.
and then there's your hot coals.
Yeah,
That's cool.
and I think
I
the
was-
other thing would be a standard car. There's no way
Oh,
that
yeah.
I would know how to drive a standard car if my parents
Yeah.
didn't teach me.
Same. My mom taught me that one. Oh,
My dad taught me that one because my mom couldn't teach me
Yeah,
anything.
my mom taught me all that fun stuff. But it was the opposite for me. My dad has zero patience to teach anyone anything. He treats you like you're stupid.
Yeah.
That was a big thing we've actually fought on right after my mom died.
Oh, yeah?
He kept trying to treat me like my mom, like I was dumb, and I
Zero
was
patience. Exactly.
like,
Like you're a
"I'm
grown
not
ass
stupid.
adult.
I am your child.
Yes.
I have common sense. Thank you. Stop it."
Yeah.
Anyways, like the other day, I know how to make like a fire in a wood stove. Okay,
Yeah.
I learned from from observing from my parents, whatever.
Yeah.
He forgot I knew how to even live in Tahoe, apparently, because he's like, I'm like making a fire at my mom's house because that's the
Forgot you
source
lived
of
in
heat.
Tahoe.
And he's like, "Oh, here, you got to do this first, and then put the paper here, and then put the wood there." He's like explaining, and I go, "Okay, well, why don't you just show me?" Because I wanted to say, I know how to make a fire, but I decided to just let him make the fire instead. Well, fine, I don't need to make the fire then. But I kept it in my head, and I was like, "Oh yeah, just go ahead and show me, Dad." Just let him show me how to make the fire, even though I'm fucking 34 years old. I'll be 35 in February,
Jeez.
and I've been making fires for 20 years at least.
Yeah.
At least since I was 15. What's with parents sometimes in that scenario and they treat you like you're fucking straight dumb?
I
Did
don't
we
know.
show them that we're stupid? Are we incapable? Do we? I mean, honestly,
I don't know.
apparently so.
Apparently so. But it's nothing is a better feeling than when you do something in front of you're like mom or dad, and they're like, "Wow, you actually did that." I have one time
go
that
ahead.
ever happened was with my
ahead.
mom. I was driving my car and I was picking up mom for whatever reason at work, and it was like in the middle of on a winter time, so there's ice and snow and everything in the fucking prairies.
All that drama, yeah.
And we're driving around a corner, and I can feel the car fishtail, and I corrected it without even like thinking about it. Like I knew
Actually, you were driving.
I knew what to do, and she's like, "What? Like you did that so perfectly?" And I'm like, hello, I know how to drive.
Hello.
But yeah, like she was like just shocked. Her jaw was like on the ground because of how flawless I handled that. And I'm like,
well done.
yeah, you just go the other way.
It's
and
not that
like,
hard, thank you.
I know some people that would have just crashed, honestly. So, but like.
Fair.
That was the one time I remember her just being like absolutely shocked that I just did it.
I love it.
Do you have any of those?
So satisfying.
So satisfying.
I sadly can't say I have any of those moments with my mom personally where she really, I think she just saw, it goes deep, but my mom, I think, always knew I was capable. Put it that way. There were things that we combated on.
Yeah.
Because of addiction. I'll be straightforward. Mm-hmm. Not my addictions. I'm very transparent with things that I partake on.
Yeah, like I'm just like, what?
I enjoy drinking alcohol. I used to smoke cigarettes and I smoke pot. And I tend to really like food, but that's something that I indulged in throughout my entire life to cope with my life as a child. Anyways, she was addicted to prescription medication, so that's where we battled. And she wasn't normally there, so she knew I was capable. She knew, but where I really, really nailed it with all of my family members, I'm just gonna say that. Because I don't know if you guys remember me telling the story about a couple years ago visiting my brother in San Diego for his 40th.
Yeah.
And there was all that drama. It ended up being like my mom, my dad, and my brother against me. I was like, holy shit, I'm the black sheep of this family. This fucking shit's crazy.
Yeah.
When you die, before you die, if you have the opportunity, clear your fucking text messages so no one sees you talking shit about somebody else that cares for you. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So I saw some things between my mom and my brother, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I nailed my mom's memorial.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people were able to see it online, but I nailed it. And those two people, and I will count my mother in it too, even though she was passed at that time, they were shocked.
Yeah.
They had no idea I was capable of doing what I did and honored my mom the way that I did. So respectfully that they, to this day, are just like eternally grateful. So for me, out of everything in my life, my mom had to fucking die to prove myself to my fucking family.
Yeah.
In a way. And I'm just like, y'all are assholes. But the best part about it, in a way, when you think of it on the other side of things, life is working out for me in ways that I never would have expected. So I'm hoping it kind of can keep polarizing in that way. But I don't know. It's a trip. That's the one thing that I can say that I can't take credit for any time I've ever made I can't, no. Beyond that, I've never been treated like I did anything that impressed my family.
Yeah.
Until then. So that's kind of bittersweet. And it's kind of sad. But also I'm proud of myself because I was like, yeah, y'all should have given me the credit before. Because I chose to step away from everybody so that they wouldn't see me shine.
Exactly.
Because I didn't want their credit. I didn't want their anything.
Yeah.
Their, what's it called? Admiration or anything.
Yeah.
So the fact that I was able to do that, and then because they did nothing.
Wow.
They did nothing. My dad didn't even get up and talk because he was too emotional. Mm-hmm. My brother was 45 minutes late.
45 minutes late? Come on, dude. What's
Started
he
at
doing?
11, and he didn't get there till 11:45.
Why? Was he like sleeping? What was he doing?
Don't know, but I was gonna kill him. I looked at him like, really? Really?
Like
He's
the one day.
Hey sis, sorry sis. And I'm just like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's so rude.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. So that's the, and I know that sounds ridiculous because she like just died and stuff, but that's legit the one thing in my life I feel like I proved to my family
Yeah.
that I am more than you ever thought I was.
Yeah.
So booyah.
Booyah. But like, to be fair, like mine's just driving my car and not crashing it. So
good, because I crashed mine.
well, that was a little different.
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I corrected myself properly. So, to be honest, you did great. I mean, I know how to correct myself, but, you know.
Well, yeah. But I guess, like, completely different circumstances also, like.
And that satisfaction you felt with your mom, that stuck with you.
Yeah,
and
I'm like,
meant a lot.
Fuck
And
yeah.
even though it was as simple as a driving maneuver.
That's because,
that
like.
meant something.
She could not teach me to do anything. Like, she tried to teach me piano once, which I'm pretty sure I've told you this story before. She tried to teach me piano. And I've never been taught to play a musical instrument ever in my life. Like, we played the
Me either.
Recorder in like grade 3, so that doesn't count. And it was just a stupid recorder. And she would like, we'd be at her piano and she'd be like, this is an A chord. Like, this is an A or whatever. I don't know. And then like,
I'm already annoyed.
And then like, but how do I know that's an A? And she's like, you just hear it. And I'm like, what? What do you mean I just hear it? It just all sounds like notes to me. And then she's like, no. This is like an A, B, C. And I'm like, but in the grand scheme of things, how do I know that? Like, what would have made sense was her to teach me to read the music first. Right? Is that how music works? I don't fucking know.
I can't with music. Kona talks to me like, oh, there's this chord and that chord, and I did this and that with the guitar, and I literally almost get annoyed because I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, like I was getting annoyed because I'm like,
jerk,
I don't understand what you're telling me, and then it took her like 10 minutes, and she gave up. She's like, no, this is a hopeless cause.
For me, I don't want to learn music. It's not something I thrive to want to learn.
Yeah.
And I've never been interested in learning a musical instrument. I've like farted around on a piano. Like I know how to play one song and it's not even that great, but it's just me. That's me. I just don't learn that way. So I immediately get stressed out when I start hearing like, no, it's not Mary. It's the, do 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 do, and then it goes off. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I don't know that song,
but that sounds good.
Kind of. I don't remember. I see, and I'm like, I wouldn't know what key that starts on. The name escapes me. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though, right? Yeah, yeah. So like, it starts, I think, on a C. Because I know that's one thing I know with piano is that C is one of your main buddies, your main homies. But like that's it.
Yeah, like I asked her to teach me because I was curious, and we were never brought up playing instruments. We weren't brought up like that at all. And she tried, and I'm like, this is not how I learn, and I don't understand. And she just kind of just gave up.
You need to find the right teacher for things like that. Like I give Kona credit because he really tries to teach me when he's trying to talk about what he's learning, and I don't receive it, and I feel bad because I don't want to learn. That's the shittiest part is because I'm not really wanting to learn that right then at that moment. So he's like laying all these chords and shit, and I'm just like, I can't do it. But if I wanted to learn, it'd probably be a little different. Piano, honestly, I'd be interested in maybe dabbling and trying to learn a little piano because I think I might be okay with learning it. But I'd have to have the right teacher.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the best description of like the type of learner that I am. Very visual and hands-on.
Yeah.
You can't just like tell me these are the things you need to learn. Like A, B, C, D, and E are the things that are going to do it this way. And that's how you're going to learn. I can't.
Yeah.
My brain doesn't work that way. I need to be like, okay, show me, let me feel it. And then somehow give me a magical story that makes me understand it.
Yeah, like
I'm kidding, but kind
I
of.
feel that like at work, like I know how to do most things, but there's one aspect that I'm not confident in. If you told me go take someone to the RTB and file everything you have to file. I cannot do that from start to finish. I've hopped in random spots in the process, but I asked my boss, the next time we have to go, can I please be fully part from start to finish? Because there's no way that I'm going to learn this until I'm physically doing the tasks, which is kind of like a very important part of my job when I get my own building. I need to know this. or else I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
So I've asked her, I need to be part of it from A to B, to like start to finish. I need to be fully part of it. And she's like, okay, next time we have to do it from start to finish, we'll do it. Because I've always like hopped in here and there. I know how to do certain parts, but I don't know the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's quite complicated until you've done it a few times. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like I feel that
riding a bike in that way, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah,
like, you have to you can't just be told how to ride a bike. You have to get on the bike and ride it.
Yeah, I need you to
how I feel.
Tell me first, and then hold my hand through the whole process a couple times, and then I can let me go, and I can probably do it.
Yeah,
but keep a close eye on me.
Yeah.
Watch me a bit.
I'm a pretty quick learner. I'll give myself a little credit on that. Once you show me something at least once, I'm going to be able to do it, but it also depends on how you're telling me.
Exactly.
You know, because some people tell you things when they're trying to train you or whatever, and it's like they contradict themselves sometimes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, I do it all the freaking time when I'm trying to help out my other my colleague, but I tell her I'm not perfect and I screw up and I say the wrong things, and you're just going to have to accept that I may say one thing one day and then be like, you know what? I was wrong.
That's it.
And
I was wrong.
I'm not a perfect person and I was wrong. Like, we had the longest chat because she was mixed up about our quarterly bonuses and when they happened. I'm also pretty confused of when they happen too.
You're and like, huh?
And then I'm like, Jordan's the person to ask this shit. I'm not the one to ask this, even though I should know this. Now I do know this because I initially told her that we get the last quarterly bonus in December. It's the end of November we actually get it because Jordan explained it and it makes total sense now. But at the time, I'm just like, a quarter is every 4 months. But no, it's every 3 months. The quarterly bonus comes every 3rd month. Something like that. Because if you divide... fuck, Jordan, just type it in chat. I don't know anymore.
I get it. Because there's 3 4s.
Yes, that is it. Yeah. That's it. And I was really confused. And
so you get more bonuses than you thought. Even.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I got it, Jordan.
She's asking me, and I've told her several times, for these types of things, you shouldn't be asking me. You should be asking Jordan, but she keeps asking me for some reason. And I'm like, dude, I literally don't know. Because first of all, I don't fully care. Like, I don't live off my quarterly bonuses. I don't live off my bonuses. Like, if it doesn't happen, then I'm going to hear about it, you know? Like,
right.
It doesn't rule my job of, oh, quarterly bonus. Yeah. It's like, oh, cool, quarterly bonus. Like, awesome. Like,
yay.
It's not the biggest deal, you know?
Sure.
But, like, she keeps asking me those things, and I'm like, fuck. Like, she was asking me about, like, taxes, and I'm like, ask Jordan. Seriously, just ask Jordan.
That's where me and Kona too. Taxes, Kona.
Don't ask me about, like,
that.
she's asking me, like, when taxes are due, this and that, and I'm like, ask Jordan. I don't know. We file our taxes as soon as we get, like, our T4s, and it's done.
Yeah.
There's nothing more we need to think about. Rule number 1 in Chelly's brain, learning something. Does it matter to her?
Does it matter to her?
And honestly, knowing exactly when the quarterly bonus comes isn't a big deal to me. Like, I know it's going to be there. I know it's coming, but it doesn't fully matter in my brain.
Yeah. You're like, if it's there, cool. If it's not, it's a bonus. It's not something that, like,
exactly.
I'm relying on.
Except for, like, the one we had at the end of the month, because we were all supposed to get it at the end of the month. And then you could look at your pay stub the day before around 5 o'clock-ish and, like, kind of see what's coming up. And then I'm like, that looks like a normal paycheck to me. That's weird. And, like, the quarterly bonus, sometimes you don't get it because sometimes the building did badly. Like, the quarterly bonus is based off the building.
Okay.
Nothing about you. It's about the building's profits. So we've had one where we got $75. And we were like,
Ouch.
the fuck? What the fuck happened? Like, we weren't, like, betting on it. Like, we weren't, it wasn't, it just kind of hurt our ego going,
yeah,
the hell?
Sure.
But then they explained, like, why it happened, because the contractors billed us a bunch of old bills from, like, years ago and then fucked us. So then the one that we were supposed to get on the last day of the month, it didn't show up, and then we got to work because we're like, what the fuck? Where's, like, is there just nothing there? Like, what's going on? And then there's an email from our heads going, something happened and nobody got it, so you're all gonna get it on Friday. We don't know what someone fucked up, we think.
Someone fucked up somewhere.
Someone fucked up real bad. Really bad. And nobody got it.
Oh.
Until Friday, but then we were all good. But it was really funny because then I got mixed up going, well, maybe it's not this month. Maybe it is, like, maybe I am right and it's in December. And I got really confused because it wasn't there. So I'm like, but she keeps asking.
Where the heck is my bonus?
Where's the bone? Like, I'm like, well, maybe it's for next month because, once again, I was very confused on when we got bonuses.
And that's just going to add to the confusion because you were already confused and then they're missing it and you're like, see, I told you.
Exactly. Literally. And then Mara was just sitting there so confused. And then Jordan, like, had to, like, spell it out very slowly for me to understand now when the quarter bonuses. Like I say, I'm not a perfect person. Like, yeah. I don't claim to know all at all at work. Like, I fuck up at work, like everyone does. And just sometimes, like, my colleague, she gives me this look like, are you smart sometimes? Like, yes. Like she knows I'm smart and she thinks that I'm really funny, but, like, she's also like, do you know shit? Because, like, I joke about a lot of shit. I don't take a lot of shit, like, seriously. So she's sometimes really confused of, like, does Chelsea know what she's talking about? Maybe not.
You're like, I'm really just talking shit, honestly.
Just talking out of my ass sometimes.
Right out of my ass. Just gliding by.
Just done by. Like, as I've told her, my goal is to have an easy life. I don't want a difficult life. And then she's like, yo, don't you want some challenge? And I'm like, fuck no. For any challenge. I want a challenge in my life.
Challenges suck.
Challenges suck. I just want to, like, have just
totally there.
Easy gliding life. Like, come on. Like, I want to go to work and come home and not have to think about it.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, and like I told her, like my like ideal building that I want, and like how the building in Saskatoon would have been like the most ideal building because it's established, it's easy, it's all full of like old people, like no one's moving out essentially. Yeah. And she's like, oh, like wouldn't that be boring? I'm like, no.
Be perfect.
Be perfect. Like
deal with any of this bullshit.
You don't have to think about anything. Just come to work. You go home. That's that.
Yeah.
Like who wants to struggle?
Managing the property. It's all groovy.
Yeah.
No one needs anything from you, really.
Yeah.
Unless you have just a pain in the ass old guy or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like you know.
Well, like I won't have to deal with like millions of people moving out. Like everyone's been there for a long time. Like it's like the ideal building. I would love that building, but we weren't ready to go back to Saskatoon.
You guys think you will?
Our next adventure is like we're planning on staying here for like this is just a rough estimate of what our plans are in life. Is we'll stay here for like 10, 15 years or so, and then we'll go to Nova Scotia.
Okay.
Because our company has buildings there. But that could also change because we love it here. And like who knows if we would feel the itch to have like another adventure like we did moving from Saskatoon to here. But like I would love to go to Nova Scotia. But
it's
like, so like maybe like in 10, 15 years, that could be the plan, but that could also like never happen. So.
That's interesting. I like it.
And then like maybe after Nova Scotia, maybe back to Saskatoon. Who knows? They might not even have a building. Or we just stay here forever. Like.
You don't know.
I'm not a big plan of mapping out my life.
Me neither.
You never know what's going to happen, especially with our job. Like, you never know what's going to happen here.
You really don't. With life in general, you really don't know what the fuck's going to happen.
No clue.
Live your life.
Live your life. Enjoy it. Can. Don't stick to a strict schedule. Because where's the fun in that?
Yeah. I mean, if that's... Some people, I guess, need strict schedules, and that's fun for them, and that's just what keeps them going. But and that's just because they need it.
Yeah.
But I do understand your flow. I do believe in having a little bit of flexibility in your life.
If the option arises, then yeah, we'll go to Nova Scotia, but not now. We're not ready.
Yeah.
We're not ready to leave.
I was going to say, it's a bit early.
BC's amazing. We fucking love it. Even though the good thing is that we don't have to pay rent, but like the cost of living here is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. But we don't have to pay rent, so it's not that big of a deal to us. Like, we're very privileged. Like, we understand how privileged we are. Like, don't even get me wrong. We're fully aware of our situation, and not everyone has this kind of situation, but like, we gotta just live it up.
Why fuck it up?
Why fuck it up? Let's just live it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's legit. When you got a good thing going, you got to keep it going.
Exactly.
Honestly.
I'm like, there's always new buildings out here. They're planning on buying new buildings. They just bought a new building, but it's gonna kind of like go into another building because it's literally next door to it. So they're just combining it. So that's not our building, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the next one is not the building itself, but whoever goes to that building, we're probably taking over the other building. Unless they just give us the new building.
Curious to see. That'd be kind of cool.
We'll see. We'll see.
Have a brand new building. Probably have a bigger apartment that way when you're manager, right? Maybe not.
It's hard to say. Depends on where it's built. Because newer apartments in some areas means smaller apartments because they're building smaller.
More people. right?
Yes, but depends on the area. Like the new building we have, like kind of out farther, they have some nice size apartments. Like, oh my God,
Oh, wouldn't that
nice
be
sizes. But like if it's downtown, they're gonna be like tiny.
Yeah, that makes sense because they have to squeeze everybody in there. Yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like this
'Cause you're not in
building here is
downtown
like
anymore, right?
no, we're in
Yeah.
New West, which is if we drove downtown, takes probably like 30, 40 minutes with the traffic probably. It's not bad, but it's still quite a drive.
That's like going from here to Reno.
Oh yeah.
It's about 40 minutes drive. So, but it's not like going through a city. It's
Yeah.
literally driving through the mountains.
Yeah. This is going through the city with the lights and terrible drivers.
Yeah. Yeah. Go straight from like the forest into a city. You're just like, hi, here I am.
Here you go, city
That's
time.
my life. Yeah. Wild.
Jeez.
Well, I just can't even believe my life and the changes that have happened in the past couple months. So.
It's crazy. Like,
And what my future holds, I'm just like sitting here going,
yeah.
No, it's good. It's exciting. I'm excited and nervous and
That's a good feeling to have, both of them, exciting and nervous.
yeah. Yeah. Trying to keep my head on.
Yeah.
Just like you with all of your tenants. Just keep your head on, okay?
Just don't get like worked up about it.
I hope it's good for you. I think it'll be good. I mean, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good.
I think like the business is really gonna be good for you guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna work out. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I already am impressing some of Mom's old clients. I can tell.
Nice. That's the
Just by
best.
how I've done my invoicing, how I'm communicating with them. I'm just on it, and I can tell that they appreciate it.
Perfect.
So that is showing me a lot already, which is great. It's just a huge transition that I wasn't ready for. I'm just annoyed because I just always wanted her to like let me do this while she was alive so she wouldn't be in pain
Yeah.
anymore. And she just didn't want me to do that. She really didn't trust me. And that's kind of hard to like digest a little.
Is it that she
It's
didn't
like-
trust you, or that it was like her business and her baby, and it was hard for her to like let anybody help her with that one?
I think maybe that I don't know.
You'll never know, really.
I never took the initiative to like talk to her clients because she had her own way of communicating with people. So I just didn't feel comfortable like getting in the middle. And now that I have to, I'm forced to. It's interesting to talk to these people who have had constant communication with my mom, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's interesting to see. And in fact, this one guy, she's got two guys that she called Steve.
Okay.
One of them prefers to clearly be called Steven, I'm finding through text messages because he always signs his name off as Steven. Mom never called this fucking guy Steven. She called him Steve. So I got a text message from a Steve, because there's another one.
Uh-huh.
And I respond to it going, "Oh, great, your house is ready, it's clean, it's ready for guests." And he goes, "It's funny, your mom used to do this a lot too. I'm the other Steve." And I would always always respond to her with my name, address, and phone number. So
That's funny.
the point is, Mom, I was fucking capable. And I could have done it because I do it just like you, but better in a way. But I died laughing because I was like, it would have been so much easier had she just called the one guy who wanted to be Steven and the other one Steve, and then you know the difference, damn it. So little dumb shit like that I'm coming across just cracks me up. And
That's
especially
funny.
that the guy called me out, your mom used to do this too, and I was just like, apple doesn't fall far from the tree, apparently.
That's funny.
Because I'm really anal. Like invoices. I'm really proud of them.
Good.
Because I know my mom didn't do them that way. And I made them very descriptive and very obvious of like what the fuck we're doing and why you're giving me
paying
money.
for, yeah.
So,
It's
yeah,
important.
exactly. So, I don't know. And I've always wanted to, I always, like when I worked for the pest control company, I loved the office setting. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really hard to have an office setting with young children if they aren't in daycare and being professional. So I totally get it. So I had to do other things to make money. So I've got a little bit of both of that, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So, and my kids can come with me to work.
That's good.
Now, and it's way less stressful than it was when my mom was around and would come to the jobs because she always would judge me. Make me feel uncomfortable. So
that's not good.
It's fine. Yeah, it's all right. Sorry to talk about my mom. It's just so fresh, guys.
Yeah.
I talk to you all. I love that lady, but fuck, asshole. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was actually really funny. I had one of her best friends had me before she left after the memorial. We met up at a restaurant to have some coffee together, and I wanted to give her some of my mom's jewelry. And we're in the back of my car, and I'm like, oh, I got mom's ashes with me too, because she wanted to be cremated. I go, you want some? And she goes, yeah. Like, of course, like kind of shocked that I was asking her, because like some people are like particularly, possessive about ashes and things like that. And I was just in this parking lot, pull out mom's ashes, find this container to put mom in. I'm just like totally my mom's daughter. My mom would do dumb, crazy shit like that too. So, and my mom's friend was cracking up. Like, I don't know. It's just. My mom was a trip, you guys. I miss her.
Though.
I miss everything that was good about her.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of things that just crushed her at the end of her life. But doing drug deals with mom's ashes is what it felt like in the parking lot of a restaurant. It's just what it reminded me of, finding like a container. It felt like a drug deal or something super sketch.
My
People
God.
walking by like,
what's that?
What's that powdery stuff? Like, what the fuck? I'm like,
and then a cop like comes and knocks up, be like, "What's up?"
It's just my mom.
Oh my God.
Anyways, so I have a huge sense of humor with death, basically. Point, so
that's like the only way to deal with it, really.
Fuck. What else are you gonna do? Sit there and cry all day? I don't got time for that shit. Ugh. I've done so much crying throughout my life. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I have tough days, but it's not that bad. But at this point, I kind of have to pee.
Okay.
Should we?
It's 9:00.
Should we call it for our first return?
We could call it if you want.
Since I got a pee anyways, and then we'll come back on Wednesday, perhaps with some Would You Rathers, maybe, and Am I the Asshole or two?
Yeah.
Some Christmas editions this year or this month. There was something I was thinking about doing. Oh, while we're talking, I was thinking, because it'd be pretty straightforward if we like moved our keyboards out of the way, maybe even put some plastic down. I don't know, but you and I could both decorate like a gingerbread house or one singular gingerbread cookie or just something along those lines, like a Christmas cookie, but like cover everything or move our shit away. But we'd be right here. It's kind of risky because it is right here, and we know how I am with like liquids, but there wouldn't be liquids. It would just be like
icing.
Light frosting. Icing. I mean, it's a little nuts, but it's something we could consider.
We could do it.
And then we could post it on our social medias of like our little whatever we're doing.
And then,
I don't know. We could
and then
find
people in chat could join us and like post their pictures of their cookie they've made or whatever they've made.
Like a cookie or a gingerbread house, one of the two. I think a cookie might be more reasonable.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like a gingerbread house is like a gingerbread
Unless
house.
we find a small gingerbread house in our stores near us, like whatever they have. Because we can't eat them. But it would be festive. Got my Christmas cake already made.
Nice.
Nice.
I have
You
our
know
tree
what?
up, but we don't have any of the baubles because the baubles are locked inside of a storage locker
Oh,
that
yeah.
I lost the key for. But we got new locks, so we can open it up. I can wear my coats, like my winter jackets are currently locked up too.
You got the tree up, though. You know I'm proud of you.
It's a little guy.
Because-
Like, it's not my normal tree. It's a little guy because the big one will not fit in here.
I
just a
actually
little
got a
guy.
real tree from the grocery store this year. It's just a small, little, tiny guy. It's like $25 or whatever it was. But it was just
Nice.
like, I don't have a fake one anymore. But I got it set up almost immediately after Thanksgiving. It's the first time ever I've done it that early.
Nice.
Ever. I was like, I'm over this. I need some joy in my life. Damn it, Christmas, bring it on. But have chat tell you what to do, and then at this end, see how close you are to being the same. Or we could put a picture up of something we're supposed to copy. Like, or something. Or
I
we
can
could
just see this just being an absolute disaster.
I know. I'm excited though. Like I have totally enough space
Yeah, I
in my
could
little
move.
desk to push my keyboard back a little bit and still functionally use it, cover
Yeah.
like half of it, and still build something right here.
Yeah, I could move shit
So-
around.
It's possible. We should think about it. We should consider it. Maybe
Yeah.
not the next podcast, but the following you're gonna be gone. So-
On the 14th, I won't be because we don't leave for Nana's
Okay.
until the 19th.
Oh great. Well maybe let's aim for the 14th to be our decorating day.
Yes,
That would be great.
that'd be awesome.
We'll do some would you rathers. Am I the assholes on the 7th? And then let's decorate on the 14th. That'd be
Yeah.
cool. I'd love to do that.
So like the 14th, like we'll just chat and also be working on our
Yeah.
because I have this extra camera here for like my
I
cross
could technically
stitching,
put another I could technically put another camera up too.
and like we could like try and work out how to show both our cameras and all that jazz.
I don't know how we'd get both cameras on for my angle, but I could just bring mine and show my hands or whatever if we wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Or we could just work on it. I'm thinking what we could do is maybe next week we could have people email or message us Christmas stories of whatever. And then if we don't get enough or have any, or if we get too much, we're fine. But if we don't get any for some reason, we could always look up some like funny kind of Christmas stories on Reddit or something along those lines, or just experience if we've gone through in the holidays.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. This light,
This light,
It's
your
from
light's
my
going
mom's house.
nuts. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, he's in its poltergeist.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's consider that.
I like it.
Or not, let's just do it. Not consider
Yeah,
it.
let's
just
fucking do it.
And so whether I get like a cookie decorating kit or a gingerbread house, we'll just surprise each other with what we get as long as it's something not excessively huge
Yeah.
and that we can decorate in like an hour and a half or two.
Yeah.
Or whatever. An hour even. We don't even need 2 hours to decorate. We could take our time decorating it for 2 hours while we sit and chat too.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it. I'm excited.
I like it. Yes. Okay, well now I officially really have to pee, you guys. So
should we rate someone?
yeah, we should. If you want to look into that.
Nexus is playing.
Oh, let's definitely raid Nexus.
Yes.
Let's send you all over to Nexus. He was here earlier in chat.
I need to put that in there.
So next week on the 7th, we will be mostly just doing would you rather, kind of am I the assholes maybe, just chit chatting, doing the whole nine. Following week on the 14th is when we're going to be doing our gingerbread off.
Cookie gingerbread off, whichever.
And you
the fuck
guys can,
happens.
and maybe on Twitter,
Yeah.
we'll do a poll of whose decoration is better. And we're not going to tell you who's on the poll.
So we're not gonna show it like on stream, be like da da da. No.
I guess we could.
I think the poll is better. I like the poll idea. Like it's a secret, and you'll all have to check out our Twitter.
I think so.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
We're going to keep brainstorming, but we are pretty sure we like that idea because I know I do, and so does Chelly. So probably
like that a lot.
that because I like it a lot.
And like with cookie, like I'm not now I'm just like going everywhere, and I feel like we could like do like Christmas like ornament decorations, but we should do cookies. We should do cookies.
Yeah.
Because we can eat them.
Yes. I'm probably going to do a little. Oh, we should do cookies. I'm not going to bake the cookies though. I'm probably going to get a pre-made packed cake. Are you going to bake the cookies? Are you going to be that OP?
Nah.
I was just going to get a shitty kit from like the pharmacy.
I think I'm going to get a shitty kit.
But now I'm like, fuck. Now now I'm like,
nah.
Well,
I'm going to get a shitty kit.
We'll talk about this more next week. Until
Yes.
next week, you guys. Wawta Wednesday. Thanks for being here for Wawta Saturday. Cash it up. Go enjoy Nexus.
Oh no, I think it disappeared because we took way too long. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We just got so excited.
Sorry. Okay. Ready to rate it. 8,
over here.
7, 6, 5. Where are we? Have we rated already?
There.
We're already there? Oh what is happening? What's happening? Okay, bye. Whoever's